There must be thousands of writers in their 50s, but I wonder how many writers began their writing career in their 50s. Hello, I'm Rod Gilley. Why, yes, I am. I'm a writer who began his career in his 50s. As a matter of fact, in September of 2021, I began my first novel. Years ago, when I was very young, I used to write short stories and poems in high school and just beyond. I accumulated about 5 years worth of writing. Well, one day, a young lady asked if she could read all the writing that I had, and it was all written pen to paper back in those days. Well, I was a young man and she was a girl, so I gave her all of my writing, and then I went off to work. When I came home from work, she was gone, and so was 5 years of my writing. I was devastated, and honestly, I didn't write anything else again for nearly 30 years. So one day, I got to meet a writer who was pretty well established, and he was pretty fascinating. And while I was holding one of his books, I sort of remembered how much I enjoyed putting pen to paper and writing a story. That was always a lot of fun. And I thought, I wonder, after such a long hiatus, could I still write? So I went to my computer and I started typing away on Word. I got about 300 words in, and I asked my wife to kind of give it a read and let me know what she thought. We're always very honest with each other. She would be honest over time. So she sat down and she read a few paragraphs that I had, and she turned back to me and said, "I think you've got something there. Keep writing." Well, that was quite a good motivation. So I sat down at my desk and started typing away. A few hours later, I had 3,000 words, a little better than that. And spelling and punctuation were a wreck. It was very messy. But there it was, the beginning of my first novel. Kane, Book 1 of The Tailor's Apprentice by Rod Gilley. Long neglected, Annette wants to be desired. She wants passion. She encounters a dark-eyed stranger with an incredible magnetism. Handsome and charismatic, he gives her passion she could never have imagined. Willing to walk through hell for her sister, Jo risks her own life to save Annette. This paranormal thriller will keep you turning the page. So anyway, in September of 2021, my writing career began. I'm still working on that novel. Revisions are tough. I'm also working on a novella. I've written several short stories and a couple of flash fiction stories so far. Some have been published. And I'm going to keep going at it, but I believe that it'll be a while before you'll see my novel. It's probably going to take a year in revisions, and then I'm going to send it out to agents in hope of getting it traditionally published. So it may be 2024 or 2025 when you see my novel on the bookstore shelves. But when you do, you'll be able to say, "I saw him first." So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the credits real quick and then go to my end screen. On my end screen, you'll see a link to my very first video. It's only a 30-second slideshow, but it does give a good idea of what you can expect from my channel and what's yet to come. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you again.